Welcome back to the Benjy Lewis Coaches Show, brought to you, broadcasting live at LTO José, 5120 Desert Street, Monroe. Mike Downhour here, Coach Bryant Jacobs down there. And these two guys, man, what a game last week against those Neville Tigers. Offensive coordinator Leonard Caesar and all-purpose, athlete, let's just call him athlete, Wydell Clark, number 4. Wydell, let's start with you first. What happened in English 4 class today?
We had a court mark. I had to be a lady, a principal. No, a teacher.
Oh, okay.
For my class, the court.
Coach is taking notes down there, you know.
Yeah, talk about what you had on today in class.
Yeah, I had to wear a dress for some bonus points.
A dress for bonus points.
Yeah.
And who might that teacher be?
Miss Sistrunk. Sistrunk made me wear just today.
Let's not do it again.
All right, Coach Caesar, man, talk about that incredible victory last week. I know it was personal. I know it felt a lot, but, man, you talk. I want to hear you say it.
Yeah, it was special to go to Neville and get that semifinal win. Obviously, I spent a lot of time there as a player and as a coach. And, for the longest, I considered it home. But when I got back there as a coach, knowing that we were about to play a big game, I kind of figured that we were going to win because, a higher power told me that everything was going to be okay. To God be the glory.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, it was fun. I was at peace, to be honest. And I'm going to tell you, in the pep rally, they pied all the Neville alumni staff, all right? Uh-huh. And when I was on stage, I looked out at our team, and they had this look in their eyes that I knew they were going to be confident and play well. And it's funny because Coach Sam said the same thing. Like, you can just tell they were ready for the moment.
Right.
And it's a game that we wanted because we let them slip away from us one time at home. So to go back there and continue this revenge tour by upsetting a really good defense and a good team, man, it was amazing. It was a special night. And I was happy I was able to do it with these guys along with my family being there.
No doubt. And I bet you would have took winning in the semis at Neville over losing at home in the regular season.
Oh, yeah.
If you had to pick.
Without a doubt, man. To be honest, if we didn't go through the October that we went through, I don't know if we would be where we are right now.
Well, I was talking about the words to a song that I was listening to. You gotta know how to lose. You gotta lose to know how to win. And that basically is this lesson this year.
Right, no doubt, because in our playoff run, there's been adversity. And the adversity that we went through in the playoffs, we've been there before. We've lost 4 games in a row.
Right.
So, having a stalled drive or allowing a team to score, it's like, okay, let's shake this off. We done shook off worse. Nobody understands what it means, how it feels to go a whole month without winning. And the fact that we were able to handle that the right way and come on the other side a better team, better young men, better coaches, that's why we were able to, be able to play in New Orleans Saturday.
No doubt.
Yep.
Coach Lewis talked earlier about you wanted to go for it on our first drive into the red zone.
Well, when you got 4th and goal from the half-yard line,
Yeah. How much, and it's so crazy because at this moment I was thinking this in my head. Well, at that moment, I'm thinking, I wonder what Coach Caesar thinking right now, considering that his last is almost identical to his last trip in the red zone last football season.
Yep. So in my yes, I didn't want this. These are the 2 things I didn't want to happen. I didn't want them to block a field goal because it scarred me.
Yep.
Last year scarred me, and also, okay, if we don't get it, then they have to drive 99 yards on our defense that has been playing lights out all year, really, but definitely the playoffs. So it's like, okay, if we don't get it, which I really thought we could have, and even in those 4 downs, there were plays where if we just hit it, we get in there, right? But I'm like, man, let's go for it. What we got to lose?
nothing.
We the underdogs.
That's right.
At their house. If we don't get it, that's okay. But if they block a field goal, or even if we make a field goal, they like, okay, they settled. But in their mind, too, don't no offense want to start from the 1-yard line.
Right.
That's tough.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, so that was the mindset. It's, it is what it is. We make it good. If we don't, I know our defense is going to stop it.
Wydell, one of the things that I like about social media, there's plenty of things I don't like, but one of the things I like is I have been able to see your hit, your big boom hit over and over and over as people continue to share it. You got a big one. I mean, the whole stadium was just a big ooh, you know. Talk to me about that hit and what you were thinking.
I mean, we was in man, so I wasn't thinking about no hit at first, but I seen the ball go, and when it's a running back that's my size, I'm gonna be able to tackle him pretty hard. Like most running backs that we play against, not for my size. So if they my size, I can put some shock on them.
You can flick that controller.
That's right.
Hit
That's
the right
right.
stick.
Yep.
You did. Talk to us about your final thoughts on beating Neville at Neville.
I mean, it was fun. It ain't like it's nothing that we didn't know was gonna happen. We knew we planned for it to happen. We were real confident. Anybody that we lost to, just like the past few years, anybody we lost to, we knew
Revenge.
it was a revenge tour.
That's right.
So we knew we got a lot of confidence. Nobody was shook about nothing.
All right.
Wydell, you've been here on the show on the other side of the ball. Today you're here for the offense. So tell me, what are some things that we expect to see Saturday from Ruston? Is there anything different from what we saw in the regular season game? Or
No, it's not nothing really different unless they change some personnel things. They keep it really simple. Like Coach Caesars say, they keep it real simple. We just don't need to overthink it and just play our football and don't rush nothing.
okay.
Coach, you talk about these Bearcats. Talk about that defense that you're going to be facing Saturday at noon.
Yep. So I'm gonna say this: the defense that we just went against, I think, is one of the best defenses in the state.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really tip my hat to Coach Reagan Wise, the defensive coordinator at Nelville. Good friend of mine. You know, he plays a lot of games, and Courtney Wallace, I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about Ruston, but I got to talk about these guys too.
Okay.
Courtney Wallace does a really good job with the D-line. And I just can't see us going against a D-line that's better, a front seven that's better than what we just faced. But I have a lot of respect for Ruston because they are sound in what they do, all right? And they fly to the ball. And they keep it simple. But sometimes the defenses that keep it simple are the best ones.
Yes, no
you
doubt.
know, now what I do believe is that our offense, we match up well against them. We do. And the first game, I thought, from the standpoint of my play calling, I tried to do too much, just to be honest. You know, it was the first game where we knew we were going against an opponent who were equally matched, and I thought I overthought it, you know. And even with that, we had some plays that were there that we just didn't make. So they're good, man. You got Jaden Anding, that's the free safety. He real savvy, you know. He's a lurker. 91 Hunter Soto, he's the defensive end. He does a good job. So Coach Yanez, who I got an opportunity to meet and get to know a little bit through our All-Star game, you know, he's a good defensive mind. You know, he doesn't do a lot in the back end, but he does a lot in the front where he shifts, he jumps, he slinks, you know, and that can cause problems to the offensive line once they already made their combo calls and then you shift. You know, it can cause confusion. But there's things that you have to practice to where you're ready for that.
No
and
doubt.
I think that Coach Tynes, you know, our offensive line coach did a good job with getting our offensive linemen prepared to see all that, so we'll be able to be successful against Ruston.
I know the first time we played in the regular season, I think they had a starting cornerback that was out. Do you know if he's back or are they? How are they on the back end of things anyway?
Yeah, I mean, they're solid. You know, they're solid. What they do is they're very aggressive to the point where you like, hey, ref.
Yeah.
Hey, ref. You know, they are aggressive and they opportunistic. Like they make plays when the opportunities come their way. But again, man, I'm not trying to be arrogant, but I do believe confidence is key. And I just think that our receivers are going to be able to make plays.
Yeah, confidence breeds success for sure.
Yep.
Now, one of the things that Ruston did to you, they threw a lot of trick plays, onside kick, but they kept shifting that defense right before the snap, and it caused some false starts, you know, some procedures. And how do you re-prepare for that?
It's really just being disciplined. That type of stuff you can't prepare for other than letting them know that it's coming we do have a few things that we're going to do that's different than what we did in week 5, week 6, that I think is going to help the offensive linemen out.
Okay.
But it's just being disciplined, man. You know they're going to do it. You know the snap count. You know when the center is about to snap the ball, not them. So all that is eye candy,
Yes.
you know, and you just can't fall for the eye candy.
Wydell, as a receiver, what are you looking at on that defense when you're lined up getting ready to take off?
I'm looking at the corner, how he playing me outside, off man, and with the safety coming from the help, if he helping. But most of the time, Ruston, they keep it simple, like you said. It's just gonna be me in the corner out there.
Do they run a bunch of man, bunch of quarter coverage? What coverage they
I
tend
mean,
to
it'd be man until they get into a long situation. They maybe run cover 3. Feel me? If it's in trip, they may run like a cloud look, cover 3 with man backside.
That's what's up.
All right.
And he's a student of the game.
Yes, that's good.
I was
College
just going to say
coaches,
that.
and he's a student of the game.
Well, not only that, let's talk about punt returning. When they line up in punt formation, there's number 4 lined up back here. We know they don't want to kick to you, but yet talk about that and what you're trying to do as a returner.
Catch the ball. You gotta make just trying to catch the ball. If it's a return, I'm gonna know if it's a return from the first two seconds. I'm gonna know if it's a return before he kick it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna know my block is blocking. If we blocking, it's not a return. So just make sure I catch the ball.
Yep.
Well, we want to see another one to the house if that's at all possible this coming week. That would be kind of nice.
Or multiple ones to the
I
house.
like that. That's a good idea.
But we have seen that before.
Yes, we have.
Yes, we have. He's a weapon, man. You know, and I really do think that they're going to try to punt away from him.
I do too.
And you know, hopefully they're punting a lot.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, well, one of the things I noticed on this defense is more substitutions than we've seen from most other teams this year. A lot of subs coming in. What does that mean for your offense?
All right, so if you have depth with your front 4 on defense, that means you're able to keep them fresh.
Right.
You know, and again, Coach Gordon Wallace at Neville does that well, where if you have multiple people that can play, that's one position where it's okay to run people in and out. Like offensive line, you can't do that. If your left guard get tired, you can't say, "Hey, I need a break." No, no, you keep yourself out there.
Right.
But when it comes to the defensive line, you want that. You want a healthy rotation to where you can keep people fresh. And you know, it's not like we haven't seen that before. You know, again, Coach Yenye is just doing a good job at using the players that he have, and if they can play and give them 1 or 2 snaps, then he does that. And you know, I commend him for it.
Wydell, one of the things I want to ask you, you walk into the Superdome, you're going to see the dome. You're going to see the lights. You're going to see that big fleur-de-lis right there in the middle of the field, you know, the Saints logo. How do you not get captured in this and focus on that game in front of you?
I've been there before.
Okay.
I've been to, like, games. I've watched games. I've been to the Bayou Jam. I've been to, like, 2 Saints games. So I know me. I know it. I ain't going to be saying I'm used to it, but you feel me? I've done seen it. It's just another game. So.
Yeah, they played the Bayou Jam there.
Yeah, okay. Hey.
I know you meant classic.
Oh, Bayou Classic. Yeah, Bayou Classic.
Bayou Classic. That's right. That's right. All right, guys, final thoughts on this Ruston defense that you're going to see Saturday.
You know, they're really good at discipline, but again, I think that our offense they're up for the task. And, you know, we're trying to reach our goals. We have a goal board that we got some stickers we want to put on the board.
Oh, yeah.
And if we put those stickers on the board, which I truly believe in my heart that we will, then we'll be successful. We'll come out with a ring.
All right, looking forward to that, man. Let's get y'all's ring sizes all done after the game, of course. So, all right, Wydell Clark, number 4. Looking forward to all 3 phases of the game coming up Saturday. Coach Caesar, OC, man, one more game. One more game. All right, we'll be back with the defensive side with Coach Samp and his crew and DeAndre Mansfield right after this. You're tuned into the Benjy Lewis Coaches Show, powered by Creed and Creed.
From the fun times with family and friends, to the long nights of studying or purchasing your dream home, the new year ushers in new opportunities for you and your family. Thank you for allowing CenturyNext Bank to be a part of the events in your life. We wish you a safe and joyful holiday season.
Hey there, this is Caleb Johnson, founder of Johnson & Associates Wealth Strategies. I grew my firm with one purpose, to support people who have spent their lives supporting everyone else. Those are doctors, dentists, and small business owners. You take care of patients and build communities. My role is to help you understand your financial needs and explore strategies to protect your income, prepare for retirement, and look at a future that you want to create. If you want clarity and a partner to help you out with that, please give me a call at 318-361-2446 or go to my website at johnsonandassociateswealth.com.
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcome Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces, and Spark aligners that are customized to fit your life, not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. That includes faster and more comfortable treatment that will give you a smile you'll be proud to wear. Ready to get started? Contact Caples & Robinson Orthodontics today at 318-325-9655 and take the first step towards a confident smile.
Randall Garvin's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats is now open. Two incredible and delicious institutions now under one roof. Fresh cut steaks, stuffed meats, and wraps.
He's got fresh seafood of every kind, along with boiled shrimp, barbecue ribs, sausage, and chicken. Plus, there's always grab-and-go dishes if you're not cooking.
Randall's is also taking ham and turkey orders for the holidays.
Randall's Captain Avery Seafood and Specialty Meats, 1 block off 165 at 2607 Fur Rand, Monroe.
Diamond Gun and Outdoor in Lakeshore. Clearly a cut above the others. Get ready for hunting season at your one-stop shop, Diamond Gun and Outdoors. Ammo, and check out the latest new and used rifles. Why hunt all over town when Diamond Gun and Outdoor in Lakeshore has everything you need, family owned and operated? Diamond Gun and Outdoor, 8203 Desert in Lakeshore, just down from Ray's PG. Diamond Gun and Outdoor, 8203 Desert, Lakeshore.
Hey, welcome back to the Benjy Lewis Coaches Show, and it is now for the segment of our defensive guys. This is defensive coordinator Coach Sampson. Welcome to the show.
Glad to have you.
And player of the week, DeAndre Mansfield, number 7. Man, welcome to the show. We're going to start off with the one thing that made such a difference. The Lions drove down on that first drive and almost punched it in, but didn't quite do it. Neville had to take over at the 1-yard line. Defense stiffened up. They couldn't do much, and here comes the punt. I want you to tell me the rest.
I just want to say I lined up, checked with the ref. You know, I seen he was taking long to punt the ball, so I just laid out for it, and he blocked. I wish we could have scored, but
well, you did just shortly after, so that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that was a big play by yourself, DeAndre. But most importantly, one of the biggest plays you made, I think, was on the most controversial call.
Yes.
Depending on who you talk to, because we were beat, and it was a clear touchdown. What was going through your mind to just say, I'm going to keep running and I'm going to slap the ball?
I seen he was still juggling with it, so I know I still had a chance. I didn't have to give up on the play.
Exactly. That was a headsy play.
Coach, how do you coach that? How do you teach that?
Well, actually, we talk about finishing plays.
Okay.
You know, not just this year, but over the last 3. DeAndre's been a 3-year starter with us, so I know sometimes we've butted heads a little bit about not finishing drills in the spring.
Oh, okay.
So to see him make that play, it just, you see growth that is taking place.
No doubt.
And over the years, and I was proud of him because he did just that. He finished the play.
He did.
That's what we want. It's not how you start, it's how you finish it.
Mm-hmm. And he definitely finished that play out because as like Coach said, we're dealing with 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And sometimes when you beat, it's easy to say, I'm beat and just stop.
Right. He didn't.
And he didn't, and he made a play and helped us secure our victory.
Well, DeAndre, you're obviously doing something right. You have been the leading tackler for these Ouachita Lions your sophomore year, your junior year, your senior year. Man, I mean, obviously, you got a nose for the ball, you got a head for the game. Talk about that for each and every year.
When you playing on a good team, you know, everybody running to the ball, you got to make the tackle when you get there, or somebody going to steal it from you. So that's just my mindset. I got to make the tackle when I get there.
How about these big old guys that are coming at you, twice your size and all that? You're still able to bring them down. Talk about that.
It's just about the heart. If you go in scared, that's how you get hurt, or that's either how you let them overpower you.
Coach Sampson, I told you this earlier. I don't think I've ever seen a defense graduate, grow up, and just turn into a beast from game 4, 5, 6 of the year to what you've done in the playoffs. I mean, St. Amant and Destrehan both average 46 points a game. It was only 21-19 against you. Parkway was scoring 50+. They only got 22. Neville only got 7. Coach, I mean, first of all, kudos to you, but talk to us about that.
You know, guys have just put in the work, and it's not just me. I'm just the one sitting here right now, but the growth that has taken place from our players, from our coaches, I mean, that's why I came here. I came here to learn how to be a better coach under Coach Lewis, and it's taking place. And this year, you know, it started the way it did, and I believe I was trying to do too much at one point instead of really using our strengths of our defense. And once I put that to bed, I think the kids knew that, and they just took off. They've taken off, and I'm proud of them. I'm really proud of the perseverance that has taken place. Because in October, we did go 0-4 in a row.
Yep.
And it would have been easy for anybody to say, we don't have it.
Right.
We just don't. And they didn't. And they stayed in the fight. They came to work every day. And they just continue to get better, believe in each other. Because I tell them all the time, it's going to take all of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take all of us. And that's what they believe. And I don't see a challenge too big for them right now. I was very confident Friday morning because of them, because I knew they were ready. So once I woke up on Friday and I thought to myself, my kids are ready. So I just got to do my part.
That's right.
And they make it easy for you. When you have good players make good coaches. I don't care what nobody says. That's what I believe. We have good players, so that's why we're sitting here still today in the playoffs and the chance to go win it on Saturday.
So, Coach, what do you expect to see Ruston do offensively? Anything different from the regular season game? I know they got some personnel issues with their starting running back that went down in, I think, round 2. But a lot of times with good programs, it's just plug in and go.
Next man up.
You know? So talk about that.
You know, I'm going to say this sentence and to sum it up how I really see it. Ruston is just going to be Ruston. And I use the word just, but that's not to slight them at all. They've been to the Dome the last 4 years in a row for a reason. They are just that. So you got to be on your P's and Q's when you're playing them. Much respect for their staff and their coaches and their players. And they're going to show up, and they're going to be ready. They won't be a letdown of any sort. We really going to have to go play our best game to get this done. It won't be easy, but I think we're ready to do it. And our kids are ready. So Ruston is Ruston, but we're Ouachita.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's right, Coach. That's right. So just with the absence of their running back, they're still trying to establish the run and still running and doing what Ruston does.
Yes, sir.
That's good to hear.
Well, we had trouble, though, guarding 6'8" Ahmad Hudson, and, I mean, he's still 6'8", Coach. So is that going to be another problem, or is there, you know, what – I don't know what to hear plans, but, I mean,
no, we can talk
he's
about
still there.
He is still there. How I see Ahmad is he's like a get-out-of-jail-free card. He's like that ace when I need a play.
Jump ball?
Anything. Get it to him in a lot of ways. And they line him up in all different places. So the first thing you have to do, you have to identify where he is. He causes problems. He's a matchup nightmare, honestly. But we're going to do our best with him.
Okay.
He's going to make some plays. I tell our kids that before every Thursday practice, I said, they are going to make plays. They have players. They have coaches. But when they make a play, that can't be it. That's not over. That did not end the game. Stay in the game, move on. We'll make an adjustment if we have to, whether it's with the play calling or it's with our technique. We're gonna do that and move on.
And I alluded to this earlier, made a statement about this earlier. When we get 48 playing the way he played Friday, he can cause problems too.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you have good players, like a good coach. So
No
48, Dylan Berryman he's a jewel to have. We do a lot of things off of him. Friday he was able to help us. The level behind him is tremendous.
Absolutely. Well, DeAndre, talk to us a little bit of what kind of offense are we going to see out of these Bearcats this week?
You're going to see the two backs in the backfield with the veer. You're going to see them in the shotgun a little bit of everything.
And y'all are ready for that.
Yes, sir.
Coach, you care to elaborate?
Yes, DeAndre kind of hit it on the nose with a hammer. You will see a lot of everything. Like I said, they have a good offensive staff, great head coach, much respect to them. You have to be ready. It's a lot of – they can get you – you have to make sure you align right. They have a lot of kids to do a lot of different personnel changes with. It's a lot. And, it can be. They can kind of run a pro-style offense. They can make whatever formation they want with the same personnel. That makes it.
Make a lot of sense.
And they will.
DeAndre, kind of talk about how it affects your job as a secondary, like you, Odie, Wydell, the whole secondary. How does it, Larry Cooper, how does it affect y'all job when Dylan and Ray and Alex
Smith,
and all those guys are playing the way they played Friday night?
It just makes it easy on us, It makes us not have to cover as long. It makes us not have to be back there by ourselves if we're in man coverage by ourselves alone for a long time if they're making plays.
It makes you feel a whole lot better, don't it?
I noticed one thing about defensively, and to say the same for offense, they have a lot of substitutions. They've got a lot of players. They sub a lot. Talk about that.
Yes, well, that's what I alluded to earlier about them using. They can use a lot of multiple players in a lot of different positions. So the first thing you have to do is get lined up, and they'll even change the tempo on them. So they'll go fast and run people on, and run people off. It's just it's really a pro style offense. You have to be ready. So making adjustments on the fly, and that's why DeAndre is vital to our defense, because I told DeAndre really when he was started to play free safety that he is an extension of me on the field.
Coach on the field.
Everybody knows when 7 speaks, this is what we're doing. And he could be wrong, but if we're all wrong together, we got a chance to get a stop.
Yeah.
Now when we come off, I might talk to him and I ask him, what were you thinking there?
Yeah.
Well, this is what I saw, this is what I like. Cool. That's what you was comfortable with, let's do it. Now let's coach them up so they'll know this is what we're going to in that situation. So
DeAndre, is this team ready for Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Ready.
Yes, sir.
Coach, are they ready?
I know they are.
Okay.
I know they are.
That's all we need to hear. The rest of it is just us getting a chance to talk about it and broadcast it, of which I'm looking very forward to.
It's gonna be an exciting event. This whole process is one that I'll never forget, and we have not taken that for lightly. And we just know after all of that, it's gonna be a ball to put down, and it's time to play.
Yep.
That'll be Saturday at 12:02.
12:02. I can't wait. Can't wait. DeAndre, appreciate you, man. Coach, as always, one more time.
Thank y'all for having me.
One more time. You're tuned into the Benjy Lewis Coaches Show, broadcasting live from El Tío, José. This broadcast is powered by Creed and Creed.
Are you ready to score big this season? Johnny's Pizza House is the winning play for every game day with our new Pizza Squad Rewards app. Download it now from johnnysph.com/app and get in the game with $5 off your first in-app order. Johnny's Pizza House. Let's share a slice of game day glory.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
Customer service is really important in the car industry because when you take care of the customer let people know how good you are, and that brings in referrals. So customer retention and customer satisfaction is one of my best things I love about doing this thing. Because if they're happy, I'm happy. My customer happiness is my happiness.
We warmly invite you to join us in worship at North Monroe. Our hearts are dedicated to serving Jesus and growing together as a community of faith. Through the power of worship, the intimacy of small groups tailored for all ages, and our deep commitment to supporting one another as we seek to walk with Christ. Join us on Sundays at 9 and 10:30 a.m. at our Monroe campus. You can also worship with us at our Bastrop campus at 10:30 a.m. For more info, visit us at northmonroe.com.
Built to last and backed by integrity, Allied Roofing is your trusted veteran-owned roofing company in Monroe. Quality service and professional installation make them your best choice for roofing solutions. Allied Roofing is ready to provide you with dependable, quick, and customized roofing services that suit your needs 24/7. Visit them online at alliedroofingco.com or call 257-6107. Allied Roofing, proud supporters of Ouachita football.
Welcome back to the Benjy Lewis Coaches Show, final segment of the final Coaches Show. And by final, I mean before a game here.
Yeah.
And we've got head football coach Benjy Lewis. And, Coach, you have had a chance to see a lot of people come through El Tío Jose tonight.
Yeah.
I've seen players from the past. I've seen all kind of folks come through. Talk about this experience getting ready for Saturday.
Well, it's been fun. Since I've been off the camera, I've had a lot of conversations with, like you mentioned, players, current, past players, fans, parents, boosters, supporters, friends. You know, what a great time, what a great week. And that's what I tell the young men is, like, there's so many people that want, you know, a piece of your time. And we have to enjoy that part. But, and it's just the coach in me, realize that this is still on Saturday at noon, a game day, you know, and we've still got to handle what we do normally. We've got to do it the same way and then be able to take it in, because this is all, although it's good adversity, it's adversity, you know, to be able to cope, deal, and categorize it. But, man, what a fun time it's been, just, you know, personally for me tonight. Just being here and seeing all these people.
It is good
to just be behind these young men.
Good day to be a Lion.
That's right.
All right, let's talk about some season stats up until game 14.
Yeah, this is through the semifinals. Starting out, I'll tell you what, we've started out with offense every time with these because that's where it is. We'll start out defense. Our leading tackler, you just heard from him, 85 tackles on the year, DeAndre Mansfield. Followed up 76 tackles, Jamarcus Jacobs. And then 68 tackles, Brandon Bruce, linebacker. 59 tackles, Petey Jones, Jeremy Jones. And then number 0 rounding it out at 49 tackles. I bet he wishes I'd go ahead and give him 50. Well, he can get more than that.
I'm about to say, he can
Odie
do it.
Fremont, 49 tackles. Tackle for loss, Dylan Berryman, the big man, was in the house earlier. 21 tackles for loss on the year. That's monstrous. I can just tell you that. The next closest guy, Petey Jones, with 12. Jamarcus Jacobs with 10 and Odie Fremont with 9. Sacks, leading the pack is Jeremy Jones, Petey Jones with 5, Dylan Berryman with 4, and Ray Jones, after his big show another night, jumped into the tie for the lead with 5 sacks. Brandon Bruce with 3 and Jamarcus Jacobs with 2. DeAndre Mansfield, as you heard from him earlier, tied in interceptions with Dylan Johnson. I hope somebody breaks that tie.
I hope they do, too.
This next game, and breaks it in a big way.
Yeah.
And then Waddell Clark with 2 interceptions. Calls fumbles, DeAndre Mansfield with 3, but Jeremy Jones with the big showing at Parkway in the quarterfinals with 4, and then Odie Fremont with 2. Pass breakups, Odie Fremont leads it with 12, Waddell Clark with 11. There's a lot of other guys. Dylan Johnson with 6, and then we got a couple other guys, Jamarcus Jacobs and Nolan White with 3. Moving down to special teams, Cam Gale, 43.1 average on kickoffs, 11 touchbacks. Field goal and extra point, he's 36 for 39 and 7 for 13 on field goals with a long of 43. Trey Johnson, 31 punts, 932 yards, 30.1 per punt, 11 of them inside the 20 and 3 inside the 10. Waddell Clark with the gaudy 28-yard average on punt returns with
We'll
the one
take it.
touchdown. Absolutely. And then 7 for 158, giving him a 22.6-yard average on kickoff returns. Moving to offense, passing. Montrell Connor is now 111 for 214. He did eclipse the 2,000-yard mark last week. He is at 2,002 yards, 52% completion, 31 touchdowns to 6 interceptions.
Ouachita can't throw.
Yeah, not well, apparently. MJ Dade moved over 1,700 yards, 284 carries, 1,705 yards at 6 yards a carry with 7 touchdowns. And then Montrell Connor, 178 for 985, almost certainly will go over the 1,000-yard mark, and 14 touchdowns. So just to put that in perspective, Montrell Connor, I mentioned this last week, Pop Houston in Shreveport area, great quarterback everybody wants, had 50 touchdowns on the year total. Montrell Connor sitting here with 45, and me and Jake Martin from the the Ouachita Citizen, I'm sorry, that ages me. He talked about just how big a feat it was for 45 total touchdowns, one of the biggest in our area for sure. Receiving, Waddell Clark leading the group with 533 yards on 22 receptions. You don't have to be a mathematician to know that's pretty gaudy numbers per catch with 10 touchdowns. Cam Brooks, 526 yards off 24 receptions with 9 touchdowns. Kevon Whitlock, we mentioned he was unfortunately ended his season to an injury at Destrehan, but still had 419 yards and 3 touchdowns. And MJ Dade adding 191 yards and 1 touchdown. Lastly but not least, A.J. Washington moving over the 50 pancakes on the year mark. I don't have to tell you that's a pretty big feat at 51, and C.J. Williams with 27. That is our stats through the semifinals, guys.
Well, let's talk about a quick overview of the offense and defense. We heard from the coordinators, but from the head coach standpoint, more importantly, we're familiar with Ruston.
Yeah.
How are they different in Week 15 than Week 6?
The running back went out. Week 10, Powell, sophomore running back, really explosive young man for them, broke his ankle in the West Monroe game. I think that's the testament to what Ruston has done well, is that they've been able to, kind of modify their offense while staying in the same structure. You see I call it like a nod back to the Brantley kid at quarterback. They're asking their quarterback, number 7, Sam Hartwell, to run the ball in more unconventional sets, that they still are familiar with. And then the other thing is just the emergence, and I think we saw this in our game, of Josiah Morgan, number 1, the receiver, as being a guy that if you pay too much attention to a mod, they're gonna hurt you with him.
Right.
Offensive line wise, number 73, the big guy. I mean, we talked about him last time. He's a junior, 6'1", 340. Jacqueline Blackman does a really good job. And when you talk Ruston football, they're good up front, do a really good job up front on the offensive line. And those are guys, I think when you ask what's different, is just not that they personnel, but how they pair their personnel. They'll be in 21 personnel, which is their base formation, but they'll have another tight end in, and they'll have their main tight end flexed out. And they do a good job of creating matchups favorable for them. So I think when you ask what's different, well, by necessity, they had to change some things around because they've got good production out of Cole Gray, another sophomore running back. But I think Coach Ball would tell you that he's not the same explosive back that Dalen Powell was. So they're still doing a great job. A lot of teams, you lose kind of your star power in the run game. They would have probably went out around the quarterfinals, but Coach Ball and his staff do a great job of getting those guys ready, prepared, and playing at a high level. And so here they are. But that is how they're a tad different on.
They just reloaded.
Offense. That's right. That's right.
All right, defensively.
These guys, I think when you look at them on paper, I still remember the Ruston defense of a couple of years ago with Ahmad Bro and the names escape, Mayfield and all those guys. That was a great defense. This defense has turned into a really good defense as well, and I think, they may be a little more nameless, but they're doing a great job. Led up front by number 90, Rakeem Potts, a senior defensive tackle, plays way bigger than his 5'10", 224 frame. He gave us heck in our first game, along with Hunter Soto, the junior, number 91, 6'1", 211. Again, a guy that I think, like our guys, play a lot bigger, like Alex Smith or Caden Powell. They play a lot bigger than their frame. Moving down, their free safety is the brother of Aiden Anning, who is at LSU now. He's a junior, Jaden Anning. He picked a pass in our first game, 6 foot, 171 pounds. And they've started using a lot more guys up front. So you see down here, they're using some 10th graders up front and things like that. And I think they're just creating depth, maybe due to injury or just to try to give those guys a break up front. You know, what teams consistently have been able to do, and I mean in district against them and even in the playoffs some, is to run the ball. We had success running the ball the first time, and I don't think it's any secret, and I'm not breaking the bank here by saying we've got to be able to run the ball against them to be successful. It's our key to success against anybody, and we've got to be able to do that. Montreal had his worst outing as a passer against those guys, and I mean worst since he's been at Ouachita. Some of that can be attributed to us. I know Coach Caesar and I talked about it, and you know, we may have tried to do too much stuff in that first game as far as it pertains to passing. Since then, we've really toned it back and said we're going to be good at what we're good at, and I think that's been a good game plan for us going forward. So, you know, familiar opponents, man, these guys have played each other 2 or 3 times a year when you count in the times they were freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and freshmen JV ball, and then obviously every year one time in district. And this time we get a second crack at it. So
I've got to ask about special teams. It was the difference in the first game.
Yes, sir.
And I'm talking about rushing the punter. I'm talking about onside kicks. I'm talking about every aspect of special teams.
Well, they do a great job in it, especially weaponizing their kickoff team. They've got a heck of a kicker that can put it in the end zone, and I know in the past when that happens, Coach Ball's been just fine to do that. But I think he kind of got spoiled and said, hey, I can weaponize this thing, and their kicker's really good at the onside kick, those bump kicks that we do with Cam Gale some. I hate to say it, imitation's the best form of flattery, and we started doing that after we saw them do that. And, you know, when you have a kicker that can do that, it really limits what you think. I don't know if you saw last week Neville trying to switch guys around because we were spraying the ball all over the place, and that's what Ruston can do too. So special teams-wise, they're really sound, really good, and when you get that way, then you rob the cookie jar sometimes, and we've got to be good at that. They give you a lot of different looks, a lot of things to contend with special teams-wise. But I think, you know, what we did, both of us, was we played pretty good special teams ball the whole night. I mean, they didn't get an onside kick or anything against us, but we both had blocks, both had punts blocked. Like I mentioned earlier on the news or whoever interviewed me, their block bounced perfectly into a guy's hands, and they returned it. Ours kind of careened off to the side. We were able to recover it and take possession. But that was the difference in it. Other than that, the offense scored 2 touchdowns each. Hudson had the 2 scores, so we were able to hold them out of the end zone with Powell rushing the ball. We've got to have that same output, and again, we can't let special teams hurt us.
Yeah, and I know from the last, I know we done worked on this here and we corrected some things, but from the last ball game, we got in the red zone and really didn't get any points out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
I know that has been something that we have worked on and tried to make sure we fix. So how much of an emphasis has it been this week when we get in the red zone and score?
Yeah, I mean, well, by time, 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
15 minutes of a practice. Yeah. We set that situation up. We set it up, you know, second and long on the fringe of the red zone, and then we, you know, push it in. Had 4 drives out of that we worked good versus good, you know.
Oh, just about to ask that.
Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we didn't do that with a scout. No, we went good on good there. And that's what we do from week to week. We don't just focus at our next opponent, because I can tell you week to week, that opponent turns on film and they say, well, we can do this or something like this, and they're going to attack you with what got you the week before. Mm-hmm. And so we look at that, and, you know, we've had that in for some time to work on red zone every week in some form or fashion, but we did spend 15 minutes on it this week.
Well, of all of our jobs, I mean, we all know what our jobs are, but Des and I are going to be way, way high up in there. This man gets to be right next to you guys, and I'm happy for him, and just being able to call this game. And we do want to make sure all of our fans are tuned into 106.1 Ouachita Lion Football on YouTube or on Facebook Live. We will not be able to carry the actual video because only one place is able to do that. That's NFHS.
Yes.
And you can't, if you choose to buy that video stream, turn their audio down, turn us up, and we would love to do the game because Coach Jacobs is going to be talking to Coach Lewis. He'll be talking to him going into the pregame. He'll go talking into halftime, and then of course postgame as you guys hoist that big
That's
trophy
right.
up there.
Yeah.
He'll be right there with you.
No doubt.
He may have to chase me for that.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That would be a great problem.
Because I had trouble kind of finding them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, final thoughts here, Coach. You got a bunch of people coming. The Ouachita Nation's going to travel well. Talk to us one last thing about pregame before we go into that 12:02 kickoff Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, well, when you come in, Gate B, I think this is out, but I want to say it on the air for any of those watching that may not have seen the post and things on social media. You'll enter on Gate B. That's Champion Square side. If you're looking at the dome from Champion Square, it's the right front corner of the Superdome. That's Gate B. If you go in there, you get your ticket and you go in there, you'll pretty much walk into our stands. We are opposite the press box. We will be coming out to start our warm-ups at 11 o'clock, and then game time is 12:02.
And we will be indoors, so we don't have to worry about the cold weather. What
72
should
degrees,
we wear?
Man. All white.
White out.
All white out. And the shirts, if you ordered a shirt, they will be ready to pick up tomorrow. I'll have somebody make a Facebook post when all of those shirts are there. I don't want some to be there and some not to be. And, so we'll make that post tomorrow. Thank you all for who supported that. Thank you all for who supported any giving, donation, fundraiser, or anything of the sort that helped this be possible this week and our guys to really have a top-notch experience. We thank you, we love you, and we're so proud that we're representing this community, this area in East Ouachita Parish as we go down to New Orleans to vie for the state championship.
We'll not be playing Friday night, but it'll be Saturday at 12, and you can go to all the regular places where you've been watching the Lions or listening to the Lions. Don't forget Magic 106.1 for radio as well, and we appreciate that. We look forward to seeing you guys, and we just one of the biggest games ever for Ouachita High School. We're looking forward to it. For Coach Jacobs, I'm Mike Downhour. Coach Lewis, man, one more time. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, this is the Benjy Lewis Coaches Show, powered by Creed and Creed.
This is your station, Magic 106.1. From New Jack Swing to 2000s R&B. Every beat is a part of your story. Others imitate, but they can't duplicate. Magic 106.1.